Good morning. Welcome to everyone, especially Peyton's family, his friends, former teammates here in front of us, members of our coaching staff, personnel staff, support staffs. Welcome. This is a historic day for the Denver Broncos and the National Football League. It's also a day of reflection and celebration as we recognize everything that Peyton Manning has meant to our organization. Now, we were fortunate to experience Peyton's enormous impact for just a small part, only 4 seasons of his magnificent 18-year NFL career. But what a special, memorable, and remarkable time in our history that has been. In this very room 4 years ago, our owner, Pat Bowlen, introduced Peyton after John Elway had signed him as a free agent from the Colts. Pat talked about how fortunate his organization was to now have 2 Hall of Fame quarterbacks. Pat said at the time, "Our goal has always been to win Super Bowls, and Peyton gives us a chance to win another world championship." He couldn't have been more right about that. When Peyton was on his visit, I had the chance to meet with him. He came by my office, and on a whiteboard in my office at the time was a rendering of what is now our Pat Bowlen Field House. And Peyton, who likes to ask a lot of questions, as we all know, said, "When's that going to be ready?" And it took everything I had in me not to say tomorrow. We were doing everything we possibly could to have him come be a member of our organization. We all had an idea of what a special player Peyton was, but what we didn't know was how much his impact would stretch far beyond the playing field. I can stand here today and tell you that Peyton Manning made our team better, he made our organization better, and he made our community better. On the field, no team won more than the Broncos in the last 4 years with Peyton as our quarterback. This was highlighted by 4 division titles, 2 home AFC championship game victories, and a world championship win in Super Bowl 50, Peyton's final game. No player threw more touchdown passes in the regular season and playoffs than Peyton during that time. Of course, we all remember he had 55 of them in 2013, the most prolific season any quarterback has ever had. Now, many took for granted that Peyton would be that type of record-setting player when he joined here. But that wouldn't have been possible without the incredible amount of hard work, determination, and resolve that went into his unprecedented return from injury. That needs to be recognized here today. Off the field, Peyton was one of the greatest ambassadors this organization and the National Football League has ever seen. Inside our building, he made sure everyone felt included and wanted them to know they were an important part of our team that includes practice squad players. This included support staff, even part-time workers. Outside our building, whether through his Payback Foundation, through the team, or on his own, he always made giving back a priority. You heard a lot of the good that he did, the countless visits, the letters, phone calls, even videos. Most of it, though, went unacknowledged. That's the way he wanted it. All done with very little fanfare, very little attention drawn to himself. And he didn't give back only when people reached out to him. Oftentimes, he was the one making the call, asking, "What can I do to help? What can I do here?" If you look back on his time as a Bronco, there are a few things Peyton wasn't able to do. But he'd be the first to tell you it was never about that. It was always about being the best teammate and the best person he could be. Peyton, you were all of that and more to the Denver Broncos and the National Football League. If there is a list of achievements needed to attain greatness, you have checked every box. We could not be more proud that you chose to play for the Broncos. Thank you for all you did for this team and our organization. we will miss watching you play quarterback. It has been a joy. Congratulations on your retirement, and I know all of us here look forward to your Ring of Fame induction and your Pro Football Hall of Fame induction.